Hey guys, Hi-Fi Check here, coming at you with another video. So today we're going to be looking at psych rock. We're going to be looking at, really good stuff to get you into psych. Just like the basic artists. Well, we're not going to be looking at artists, we're just going to be looking at albums. But we're going to have two sections of today's video. The first one's going to be like, the stuff that you might already know. And we're going to be looking at more of the underground stuff, which will, branch out your taste in music a little bit more. Might get you into blues, acid rock, fuzz rock, all those other different genres that spread off from psych. But, yeah, so let's get right into the records. So the first one I have here is The Moody Blues, Days of a Future Past. Days of a Future Past. So yeah, this is a really good album. You can get this at your record store pretty easily. This is an original one, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if it's a first press, but that'd be pretty cool if it was. But just look at the album cover. That just screams out psychedelic rock. But it's not really heavy rock. It's not heavy psych. It's more of mellow type stuff. And when I first listened to this, I thought it was gonna be rock and roll type stuff. Like the song Nights in White Saturn. That song, I thought it was gonna be like the rest of the album, but no. There's the London Festival Orchestra conducted by Peter Nett. It has some classic rock. It has orchestra, not classic rock. It has classical music in it. It's like orchestra kind of mixed with psychedelic rock. It's really good. It's just amazing. And this copy actually sounds really, really good. So yeah, highly recommend getting this one. Here's the vinyl. It's on Dream, the record label. So yeah, this is a really good one. Highly recommended. Okay, now this one you might know from the song Incense and Peppermints, also with the same name, Incense and Peppermints by Strawberry Alarm Clock. This is a really, really good album. I highly recommend this one. Recently just got this one at my local record store. And you see this pressing right here, this record label? A lot of psychedelic rock was printed onto this this record label. And if you ever see, this record label, I would go on Discogs, see if it's psychedelic rock, and if it is, then, maybe buy it. But, yeah, no, this is a really, really good album. Here, let me show you the back. It has the band members, stuff, track lists. So, yeah, really do highly recommend this one. You could probably find this one at your local record store, but if you go to a record store that usually buys and sells reissues mostly, and not really used copies of albums like this one, you might want to go to one where it's more used copies, because a lot of this stuff you might be able to find on reissues, but I haven't seen a lot of these on being reissued. Maybe online, definitely you could easily find that stuff online, but on any record store that sells mostly reissues and new presses, you might want to look for a better record store to go get albums like Psych, because a lot of it's used vinyl. So let's look at the other records I got here. This is Iron Butterflies, Inagata Davida. This is a really, really, really good one. Highly, highly recommend this one. This will melt your brain, melt your face right off. This is really good. I really do love it. As I said with that other, with Incense and Peppermints, this record label, it's not the same one, but this one right here also has a lot of psychedelic rock on it. So if you ever see that label on any records, then, you know, I check it on Discogs, make sure if it's psychedelic rock, then, you know, buy it if it's at a really good price. But this album right here, Inagata Devita, you could find it at any record store, used or reissued. You're usually going to have an original one because I don't know why. Every single record store I've gone to, there's at least like 10 copies of this album there, as well as another album by them called Ball, which is another really good psych album. All of the Iron Butterfly stuff is just like peak. So, highly recommend this one. Also, all the rest of Iron Butterfly's discography. That's a really good one. Now, this one you might know. Famous band, The Beatles. Everyone should know The Beatles. But this is the Magical Mystery Tour. This is a really, really good one. This is my first psych album that I ever got. I didn't even know what psych was when I got this, but this isn't the album that fully got me into psych. That album is going to be in this video. But yeah, this one's really, really, really good. It's on Capitol Records, as you know, a lot of the Beatles albums are. But yeah, no, this is a really good one. Highly recommend this one. This is more mainstream psychedelic rock, but there's like the Beatles have more than just one psychedelic rock album. They have let's see, started off with Rubber Soul, then Revolver, then Magical Mystery Tour, and then Sgt. Pepper. Those are also really good psych albums, but I don't have those, so I didn't include them in the video. But this is highly recommend this one. This will melt your brain, especially Eye on the Walrus. That one's a really, really trippy one. Okay, let's move on to the next one. So this one you also might this one you might know too. This is The Doors' debut. I'm pretty sure this is a US stereo pressing. It's not a mono one. The mono ones are actually pretty cool. I do like those. They sound better than the stereo ones, but I know this is a pretty good one. I really do like this one. Here's the vinyl. Pretty nice. Yeah. Here, let me show you the back. Here's the track listing if you could read it, but it might be too blurry. But yeah, really do highly recommend this one, as well as all the Doors stuff. But I wouldn't call this psychedelic rock. I'd call it like it's more blues than psych, but it's still really good, as well as all the Doors stuff. All that other stuff is pretty good. Now, here is an album by a band that is very, very, very popular, Pink Floyd, Piper at the Gates of Dawn. This is actually a pretty cool album. This is Record Store Day debut. It's really good. It sounds amazing. Oh my god. It's an original, it's mastered from the original mono mix, like the reel-to-reel tapes. Oh my god, this copy just sounds perfect. It's one of my favorite albums in my collection because it just sounds so good. I just love it. And came with a poster. I don't know if you could see it, but it's right there on my wall. I have a whole video about that wall with all the psych records. Some of the psych records that are in here, they're on that wall. I think you can see them. They're missing up there. But yeah, no, this is a really good one. This is Pink Floyd's debut, actually. And Syd Barrett was on here. There's it's very, very LSD influenced by, Syd Barrett, because famously he did tons of LSD during his peak. But yeah, it's pretty weird. It's really weird, but in a good way. So this will kind of open up your mind to more weird psychedelic rock stuff. And here, let me show you the back. Show you the tracks. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So yeah, I think that's it for this record, but let's move on to the next one. But yeah, highly recommend getting this one. You can get this one at your local record store on a reissue. This is also a reissue. Okay, so here, this album's kind of like the roots of all psychedelic rock. But this is the 13th Elevators, self-titled. Wait, no, it's called, I'm pretty sure it's called the Psychedelic. Oh, no. Yeah, it's just called that. But this is a really, really, really good one. This will melt your brain, melt your face right off. But, yeah, no, love, love, love this album so much. This is a half-speed master recording. Well, it's not a master recording, but it's a half-speed recording. But, yeah, it's really nice. Here's the vinyl pressing. It's nice. Here, let me show you the back. I got this one for Christmas. It's pretty good. Really do love it. There's one thing that's pretty weird about this album, is that one of the guys in the band, 13th Floor Elevators, he uses the electric jug, which is like, like a jug, but it's electric. You know how there's like acoustic guitar, and then there's electric guitar? There's normal jug, like just a jug that you drink out of, and then there's a jug that's electric, which is pretty cool. But yeah, highly, highly, highly recommend this one. You can get a reissue at your local record store. If you want to get an original one, they're pretty pricey, but highly recommend this one. Okay, now we're going to be moving on to the more underground, obscure, psychedelic rock albums. So let's get into those. Now, I said when I was talking about the Magical Mystery Tour that there's an album here, that basically introduced me into psych, got me into all of this. And I'm talking about Vanilla Fudge, their debut. This is a fantastic, just amazing album. I love it with all my heart. I love this album. It is just perfect in every single way. Love it. Just love it. Love it so much. If it weren't for this album, I wouldn't get it. I wouldn't have got into any of this stuff. So the story is that I was at a record store, really close to my house, and basically what happened is I was just looking through artists, looking through stuff, and I saw a YouTube short about this album, Vanilla Fudge, and I saw the Vanilla Fudge sign. It was exactly like this, and I was like, you know what? Let me look through their stuff, and I found this album right here for $5. I was like, holy crap, that's a steal. So I got it, listened to it, and well, it was history. But yeah, let me show you the back cover. Pretty cool. There's the track listing. Now, they did mostly covers, but what they would do is they would just get any song that they really liked, and then they would just cover it and make it psychedelic. They got some Beatles stuff in here, actually. Ticket to Ride, and I think Eleanor Rigby. Pretty sure. Let me see. Yeah, Eleanor Rigby. That's a good one. And a song off of here that's really famous is You Keep Me Hanging On. That's a really good one. Probably my favorite song off this album is People Get Ready. That's a really good one. It's really mellow and nice, and then it builds up, and then boom. It's just amazing. So, highly recommend this one. Fantastic album. Love it. Now, this is an album that I actually recently just got. Been wanting to get this one for a while, but this is Moby Grape. This is Moby Grape Whoa. And just look at that album cover. It just screams out psychedelic rock. And I don't know why. Whenever I look at this, it reminds me of like the band Yes or Genesis, like prog bands from the 70s, because it just looks like, it doesn't even look like from the 60s. It looks like some prog band from the 70s. But yeah, it's amazing record. There's one song on here. It's the last song on side 1, and what you have to do is you have to turn your record to 78 RPM to listen to the song. And my record player doesn't have 78 RPM, so I can't play that song. But it's pretty funny. Overall, just like a really, really good album. Let me show you the vinyl itself. Pretty good. I really do love this album. It's really nice. Here's the back. Here, let me show you the tracks. There's all the songs. So yeah, overall, really good album. You can get this at your local record store. You might be able to find it. Maybe. It's pretty hard to find. I wouldn't say it's not that hard, actually. I mean, you could probably find it if you look deep enough, wait a while, you might find it. But yeah. So this record right here is actually probably one of the most underground records I have in my collection, but this is Hot Soup. Well, no, The Hot Soup. It's really good. It's not the best psych album in my collection. The reason why this is one of my favorites is because it's so underground. You can't even find this album on Spotify. You have to go to YouTube to listen to this. It's crazy. And it's on this record label that I've never heard of, called Ram, or Ram, something like that. But here, let me show you the art in the back. It's really cool. It's like a can of soup getting poured out. Pretty cool. And then there's a gatefold. And I'm pretty sure this is a first press. I'm not for sure. But I don't think they ever reissued this album. I haven't checked if they did. But they might have done it for like some record store day thing. Or anything like that. But they haven't reissued it. I don't think they reissued it in the 70s or 80s or anything like that. But yeah, this is a pretty good one. I wouldn't, if you like all the underground stuff, then I highly recommend this stuff. But if you don't like the underground stuff, then it's not like you need to get this record. But it's pretty good. I got this one for like $30. It's kind of expensive, but yeah, overall, decent album. Really do like it. Now, this one took me a while to find, even though it shouldn't have, but this is Fever Tree, self-titled. Really do love this one. It's really nice. Like, you could just tell that it's like psychedelic, because, got the tree in the background, and it's like, has like a fever. I don't know, but it's nice. And what I said about the incense and peppermints, it's the same label, see? But yeah, highly recommend this one. Really, really nice. So here's the back. We have all the band members. Really nice. Really do love this album. Let's see. Famous track on here, probably San Francisco Girls. Really do like that one. Sorry, my nose is really stuffy, but one of my favorite songs off this album is Where Do You Go? It has like a really good intro. I do have a short on my YouTube channel about this one, so highly recommend checking this one out. It's on streaming and everything. You should be able to find this at your record store. I don't know why it took me so long to find it, but yeah, no, it's pretty good. Okay. Now, I don't know if you could hear the music in the background, but this is Blue Cheer. I can't pronounce the album name. It's just really hard, but here. Try to pronounce it. Try to read it. Because I can't. But, yeah. I really do love this album. This is my most recent record I've bought. But it's like acid rock, fuzz rock, with some psychedelic rock. But this will, like, branch out your taste of music a little bit more. And it's kind of like the hard rock before hard rock ever existed. It's really nice. Really do like it. Here, let me show you the back. Back's pretty cool. I did do a video of this on my YouTube channel. Really cool really cool, trippy visuals. I've been doing that a lot in my YouTube shorts. They're, I don't know why. It just looks pretty cool. I really like doing that with my YouTube shorts, but yeah. Now, this is one of my, another really, really underground psych album that I have in my collection. This is The Zoo Presents Chocolate Mousse. Now, this is a reissue because the originals cost so much money. They're like $500, $300, $100, and I'm like, I'm not spending that much on an original. But yeah, even though I didn't even know this album when I found it, I was looking in like the dollar bins or the $5 bins or $10 bins, like the used records, and I saw this and was like, hey, this looks pretty cool, and I bought it. It was sealed, never been opened. It's a reissue from I think, here, let me check. It should say it somewhere on here, but I'm pretty sure it's pretty recent. Yeah, 2021 reissue. I got this for $6. I was like, why is this so cheap? And look at the vinyl. It's all colored and stuff. It's really cool. I really do love this album. Here, let me show you guys the back. Pretty cool. Now, I think this is going to be, yeah, this is the final record for this video today. But make sure to like, subscribe, check out all my other YouTube channels. Not YouTube channels, but YouTube shorts, YouTube videos, all that stuff. Make sure to comment, like, share, anything supports the channel, even just watching the videos. But yeah, I think that's going to conclude today's video. So, make sure to look for all these albums out there, because they're really good. So, okay, see you guys.
This is the end.